Namaste yogis and lovers of wellness, and welcome back to the Yogi Blair YouTube channel. There is a lot happening in my world right now. As far as YouTube goes, I just finished a very special video for a very special student. I just finished the Yoga 101 series, so if you're a new beginner to yoga, feel free to check out that series. It's in the playlist. I have everything organized into playlists now. I am rebooting my skin journey series, so if you want to learn about acne, rosacea, cystic acne, and going on Accutane, that's all going to be redone. Keep an eye out for that. And I am also in the process of reviewing some products for you guys and some things that I think you might enjoy watching, so that when you're ready to get out there and either order things online or go shopping at some point, there might be some goodies in here that you might want to think about. So if you haven't seen my Third Love review yet and you're in the market for some new better bras, feel free to check that video out too. I'll link all of those things below, and I'll link the playlists as well. Before we get into today's review, if you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. My name is Vanessa Blair Ferris. I'm a certified registered yoga instructor, registered with the Yoga Alliance, and it is my passion to share yoga videos as well as these wellness videos with anybody that needs it, especially those that are healing from trauma or dealing with mental health concerns. So if that's something that you're interested in, stick around. My email is always linked below. You can always email me any questions, suggestions. You can always comment below. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, at yogi.blair for Instagram and TikTok, Facebook, Vanessa Blair Ferris. So feel free to find me in any of those platforms. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into today's video. All right, so I know in my Third Love review, I kind of talked about making this into a series where we can just do something that we find enjoyable. For me, when I have the means to do so, shopping is something that has always sort of been soothing to me. Even if I don't necessarily go and buy anything, I just enjoy looking at pretty things. So I think that this is something that can be beneficial to those people. And so today's product is something that I have needed for a very long time. I have been doing a lot of walking lately, as I'm sure a lot of you have too. And so I needed a new pair of walking shoes. Mine were super old, probably 3 years old, which for a walking shoe is probably pretty worn out by then. And so I got a new pair of walking shoes, and I'm going to go over my concerns when I walk with you so that you kind of know why I got this specific pair. I overpronate when I walk. So if this is my foot, if these are my big toes, when I walk and this is my heel, we all step with our heel, and then typically we kick off with all 4 toes. If you overpronate, if you have an arch, your arch tends to flatten in, or a lot of people that overpronate don't have arches in their feet. I have an arch, it just flattens. So I land on my heel and my arch tends to roll me forward, so I kick off with just my big toe. So I get a lot of shin pain and a lot of knee pain if I don't have the proper shoe. I tried running track for 3 years in high school, freshman to junior year. My senior year, I was finally like, listen, running's not for me. I've tried it for 3 years. I thought I would get better at it, and I never got better at it. The pain never went away, and it was just a really kind of difficult experience for me. I wasn't good at it, and I just thought that, oh, I'll just keep trying, and eventually I was like, I don't like this. I'm not gonna keep doing it. So, but I do love walking, and I've noticed lately that my shins and my knees have been hurting again because my shoes are wearing down. So I purchased the ASICS Gel Kayano 26 Platinum shoe. I have worn these, but I disinfected the bottoms so that I could bring them up here and give you a review on these because I've been wearing them for a couple of weeks now. This is a life-changing shoe. I'm gonna put the information here from the website, how much they retail for, the color and everything like that. And ASICS has always been a brand of shoe that I have really loved. I was recommended to get these when I ran track, and my mom took me to the doctor because I wouldn't stop crying because my legs hurt so bad. So this is kind of the shoe that I've stuck to since then, and I've off and on gotten different brands, and I always come back to ASICS. They are not cheap. I believe this shoe retailed for $170 when I purchased it on the ASICS website. The nice thing about ASICS is that they do offer a rewards program where if you are a member, you get exclusive discounts here and there. I ended up buying my husband a pair of shoes similar to these, and I got a discount on them. And they do offer, with anything over $50, they offer free 2-day shipping. So I got these really quickly, which was nice too, because when you're desperate for a new shoe, it is crucial that it arrive quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and try these on and kind of show you guys how they look, because they're pretty darn cute for a running shoe, if I do say so myself. So as you can see with these on, they are pretty cute for a running shoe, like I said. I love the rose gold accent. I think they look really great with these leggings. And obviously I laced them up a little bit differently. They did not come with this lacing, but they came kind of standard. But I went ahead and relaced them, and I'll go ahead and give you a full shot as well. So here we are, kind of backed up to the wall. I don't know if you can see me because I don't have a lot of space to back everything up here, but with the rose gold leggings, they're really super cute, and I really do like the appearance of this shoe. So let's go ahead and talk about the performance of the shoe. So all in all, I noticed a huge difference when I wore these as opposed to my old ASICS shoes. I'm not even sure which one I had prior to these because they were so worn I couldn't find the label on them what they were, but over time your shoes wear down, and I was dealing with a lot of pain in my shins, like I said, and in my knees. My dog wanted to jog one day. She smelled something and she wanted to run, and I ran maybe 100 meters and was sore for 3 or 4 days after that. I put these on and I kind of warmed myself up, and I actually, it's not much, but I managed to do a half a mile run before walking maybe a mile or so after that, and I wasn't really that sore. I noticed that obviously I had run, and I hadn't run in years, but it was significantly different. And I noticed when I wear these shoes, I can actually feel the change of the distribution of weight in my feet. Before, I could tell that my foot was rolling into my big toe and kicking off with my big toe. Now I feel all of my toes kick off evenly, and my knees feel so much better than they have felt in a really long time. So I definitely think that they are worth the price. I think that especially if you're not a heavy runner to where you're gonna wear them out super, super quick, I think that's an investment that will last a couple of years at least, and maybe even longer than that. And for me, it was so worth it to not be in constant pain from my over-pronating feet. On top of that, I'm already sensitive to pain with having fibromyalgia. So it's really nice to be able to enjoy walking and even jogging a little bit here and there and not hurting. So I think that they're definitely worth it. And if you can afford to buy them, even if you are an avid runner and you might need to get them every year, I still think that they're worth it if that's something that you can afford to do, because it's honestly the best shoe that I've ever worn to run in. And I'm not just, saying that for the sake of a video. None of these things that I'm reviewing are sponsored or gifted. They are all things that I earned and paid for. So I want you guys to know my honest opinions on these things. And for me, these shoes are really great. And ASICS is a pretty good brand too, as far as trying to give back to their communities and things like that. So I enjoy the brand, and it's just really important for me to have a shoe that doesn't hurt me. So I give them a 5 out of 5, a 6 out of 5 if I could. So highly recommend. That is the ASICS Gel Kayano 26 Platinum shoe. And I will link the link to purchase them below if you're interested. There's no referral or anything. It's just, if you want it, it's there. So that is all for me today. I hope you all live happy, live free, live well. Keep in mind, I just put out a podcast. It is on Spotify and I'm working on getting it on other platforms too. You can also find it on Anchor, where I record my podcasts. It's the Yogi Blair podcast. And if you click the website link in my banner in my YouTube channel, that will take you to my website, where I also now have a blog. So check those things out. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in the next video. Namaste.